What's up everybody, Steven C. Killer here. It's time for a new reaction video. But before that, 77% of you guys watching are not subscribed. Now there are two reasons for this. You're either new or returning. With today's video, I hope you change that. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and join the Discord so you don't miss out on any live streams or new videos. With this being a brand new year, we have a brand new goal, by the way. Instead of 200K, we're going for 250,000 subscribers. Now let's get into this video. What's up everybody, Steven Z. Killer here, bringing another reaction. Now, this is an interesting one. I honestly haven't done a reaction to a top something from Watch Mojo in long ass time. I think the last one I did was years ago. But this one caught my attention. Actually, I don't know. I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments if I have reacted to one recently. More recently than I can remember. But, this one caught my eye. Because it's top 20 most disgusting anime deaths. And off the bat, frame one, we're seeing Imperfect Cell, so I have a feeling I know one of the deaths at least that's going to be in here. But we're going to check out the top 20 most disgusting deaths in anime. And if you guys have suggestions like this you guys want me to check out, please comment down below or post in the reaction ideas section. Let's check this out. And do you guys agree with this list? Let's find out if I will.
Better hurry this along.
Oh, it's the football
hey guys,
team.
It's Ash here with Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 most disgusting anime deaths.
I wouldn't say that was a disgusting death. It was a traumatic, but not really disgusting.
Number 20, plant-based diets, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, going in with a iconically classic anime. And honestly, this is an interesting choice for death. Okay. It is pretty dark, but it's not as bad as I thought they would be.
I may die, but at least it will end in a draw.
Ironically, this demonic greenery is anything but a vegetarian. On the contrary, once Kurama plants its seed, the Ojigi's vines begin to feast upon Karasu like he's dinner. The messy eaters start with his chest, and then dine their way from the inside out.
Yep.
Where did he find the strength to do this?
The imagery of the vines piercing his body is gruesome enough, but the sickening sound effects are sure to make anyone reach for the mute button too.
Yeah.
The only mercy is that Karasu's heart was the first course, meaning he didn't have to suffer for very long. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for those who had to watch him turn into lunch.
After the first fight of the final round, Kurama is standing and Karasu is laid to waste.
Number 19, fleshed
Gotta
out,
turn into a flower.
Akira.
Help! Kaneda, help, please!
Okay, yeah.
When Tetsuo's power became too much for his body to endure, it expanded into a grotesque mass of fat that consumed everything in its path. And unfortunately, Kaori got caught in the carnage. In terms of sheer creativity, death by a mass of flesh is pretty high on the list. In fact,
Doesn't
it's
she?
so
I remember
out
her.
there that
She
it's hard to
got like
imagine
crushed
just
or
how
something.
horrifying it would be. But no worries, Akira's sublime production values leave little to the imagination.
Kaori! Tetsuo! Are you there? Kaori! Kaori's gonna die!
Now, it's hard to say if that's for better or for worse, especially for viewers with particularly weak stomachs. Either way,
Yeah, she
Kaori's
basically got
final
crushed to death, if I remember
spine-tingling
correctly.
scream confirms at least one thing: it didn't feel nice.
Tetsuo!
Number 18, Unit 02 goes down. The end of Evangelion.
Oh, okay.
It's honestly kind of impressive that a lance to the face isn't even the worst part of Asuka's end. Nope, somehow it only gets worse from there. The spear served her up on a silver platter for the other Avas, who proceeded to tear into her with animalistic brutality. There's no sugarcoating it. Watching Asuka, of all people, be eaten alive is just downright haunting. It's doubly gruesome since the Ava's neural controls mean she can feel every last bit of pain, but do nothing to stop it. After the unimaginable suffering she endured, it's nothing but a kindness when she's finally put out of her misery.
Yeah, that was a pretty harsh death.
Number 17, The Apostles' Offerings, Berserk.
Oh,
The day
Berserk.
draw near for our sacred children. Enjoy this hallowed feast in all its glory.
It's almost poetic that a character named Guts got a front row seat to a whole lot of the actual stuff. Most of it comes during the eclipse, where Griffith's meddling branded the entire band of the Hawk as sacrificial lambs.
And now, you will complete your predestination as sacrificial offerings. Let us begin.
Yeah,
the
this
rite
was a
of
pretty brutal way to die.
The warriors don't go
And it's
down
just,
without a
it's
fight,
not a whole,
but in the end,
it's
their
everybody.
demented deaths are still anything but respectable. And that's putting it nicely. Whether by dismemberment or a devouring, the gods and apostles dispose of all of Guts' crew in exceedingly vile fashion. At a certain point, it's so excessive that the only way to accurately describe it is as a straight bloodbath.
Yeah.
We don't belong here. We don't deserve this.
Number 16, Rabbit Food. ReZero.
Oh
started
god,
the
this,
world.
yeah, this was a pretty fucked up death. Yeah, no, those cute little bunnies,
Compared to bloodthirsty monsters and grisly rituals, a
No,
pack of
you don't wanna fuck with those little
bunny-looking
rabbits.
may not seem all that threatening. Or at least that's what Subaru thought. What he didn't realize was that this breed eats more than just lettuce and carrots. Let's just say that by the time Subaru realized what's really on the menu, the creatures had already stained their fur red. And with so many of them rabid for a bite, they ended
Yep.
up completely cleaning their plate too. It's a good
Bones
thing
and
that Subaru
all.
can respawn and redeem himself, because death by bunny isn't just painful, it's also pretty embarrassing.
It's very traumatic, probably, too. I think one of them went and literally, I think if I remember correctly, one of them went, like, into his eyeball to go to his brain. It's been a while since I've seen,
Number 15,
seen the anime.
Skip a beat, Jujutsu Kaisen.
I've not seen this anime, but I hear so many good things about it. I need to watch this. By the way, small plug. I need to continue watching things, and I also need to upload some new stuff soon. But I do reactions to anime on my OnlyFans page. If you guys are interested, link in the description.
Two minds in a single body is already cramped, let alone when one's an all-powerful cursed spirit. So, to make some room inside Yuji, Sukuna decided to rip out some unnecessary organs, like his heart. It's a nasty surgery, yes, but it definitely proved that Sukuna wasn't messing around. Admirably, that didn't stop Yuji from wresting control of his body back, even though it meant his immediate death. This isn't the first time a character's died from a broken heart, but it's probably the only one to do it so literally. Thankfully, a quick deal with Sukuna meant this wouldn't be the last we'd see of Yuji Itadori.
Fuck.
Number 14, Down the Drain. Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, this is a respectable position for this, but at the same time, this is also one of the. This was nightmare fuel for a kid.
Oh, you saved my life. I'll give you everything I have. Oh, thank you.
High body counts are nothing new to anime villains, but as
Yeah.
opposed to blowing up cities or defeating enemies, Cell took a more creative approach to his death tally. That's being drinking people's insides.
Insides and out. Nothing was left besides the clothes.
Now that we've gotten that vermin out of the way, you're next, Piccolo.
You know, imagine those people being revived. How traumatic would that be to have that memory of you being drunk, you being stabbed by a tail and drink? God damn, that's even darker to think about.
Truly, there may not be anything quite as nasty as when Piccolo Fist realizes that Cell's tail isn't just for show. After all, with that one moment, Dragon Ball Z went from an action shonen to a full-blown horror film. Cell's rampage is disturbing in so many ways that it's hard to decide what's worse, having your insides drained or having to bury the half-melted husks that are left behind.
There's no husks. There's nothing left.
Number 13, top of the class, Dead Man Wonderland.
Really? I've watched Dead Man Wonderland.
In an average room, Gunter is having an
Yeah,
incredibly
it's pretty
average
quick
lesson.
though. It's
Then
not that
suddenly,
disturbing
he sees
or
a man
disgusting.
in the window, and the next thing he knows, he's the only one left with a pulse. The sheer abruptness of it all is exacerbated by how appalling some of the remains are. Gunter may not remember how any of it went down, but he doesn't have to. The end result is telling enough. In fact, it's just remarkable he managed to keep his lunch down. Following that line of thoughts, his selective amnesia might actually be a blessing in disguise. Number 12, Out of Her Mind, Higurashi When They Cry.
Oh, okay. Depending. Oh no, they're gonna use her. They're gonna use her self-killing death. Oh god, this one was fucked up. This one was fucked up. I remember watching this one in high school, and seeing. There's a lot of fucked up deaths in this anime. Well, this one's pretty. This one's pretty bad.
Apparently, the cure for a splitting headache is rest, lots of water, and going at your skull with a butcher knife. Though, full disclosure...
Yeah, they're not going to show any of this, but let's just say she takes that knife to herself over and over and over.
That last one only works for Rika, whose home remedy leaves her with more than just a few light stitches. And just to prove this is really her end, the camera doesn't point away from any of it.
Yeah, this one was hard to watch. This one was hard to watch.
Look, Higurashi isn't exactly known for being kid-friendly, but the absolute gratuitousness in this moment
It's a
is
pretty
something
fucked
in
up
a league of
anime.
its own. In the end, it is somewhat ironic that the show's most stomach...
There's also a really bad one where this green-haired chick right here does some pretty torturous things to another little girl. Like, I think she was like 7 or 8 years old, and has blonde hair, and she does some fucked up shit to her.
churning death comes from Rika getting her own blood on her hands. Number 11, Parasol Takedown, another.
This one was shocking, but I would put the one before this one ahead. No,
They
this
say
one was
opening an
shocking.
umbrella indoors is bad luck, but something tells us that was the very least of Yukari's worries here. After learning about
This was a
curse
shocking
that
death.
will
I remember
flame
this
her and the rest
this
of her
anime. I watched this a
pals,
long
she
time ago as well.
understandably tries to make a break for it. Unfortunately, despite Yukari's best efforts, all this Death Omen needs is stairs and something pointy. The rest comes down to gravity.
Right to the neck.
Without getting too graphic, the result is something that looks more like a shish kebab than a real person. At least it was a relatively quick death, because based on the mess it left behind,
I think it poked
won't
through
be
and
as
then
fast of a
opened up.
cleanup. Number 10, Man-Eating Ants. Overlord.
Oh, this one, yes, this one's pretty fucked up, and it's even darker if you know some of the details that they left out about these guys.
That moment when getting destroyed by a talking skeleton with a god complex is the preferable way to jump off the mortal coil. setting up for an intricate series of traps for a group of thieves to encounter. One unfortunate group found themselves against a follower of Einzel Gone with a particularly large family.
If they go into detail, if they don't, I will explain something.
And by that, we mean a flood of carnivorous ants that proceed to drown the thieves into what we imagine is a slow and painful death. Number 9.
Okay, they didn't go into details, but something they didn't show or explain, not only are they being eaten alive, but they are also, at the same time, being revived. So they die while being eaten alive and get revived to go through it all over again. Skin repaired, everything. They're an endless source of flesh and food to be consumed and forever living and dying over and over again. It's pretty fucked up.
9. Skinned by demons. The Ida-10 deities know only peace.
そいつらの人生すべてを見抜くのに私には十分すぎる情報よ。まず理想の
Don't know this anime.
探さないとね。
On reflection, Miku really did carry the entire demon race throughout their war with the Ida-10, all with her genius power plays, even if all of them were saturated in debauchery of some kind. In this instance, she found the perfect host her race could use for both shelter and anonymity, who just happened to be a NEET.
その子のすべては再現可能。恨むならその程度の中身しか備わってないあなたの薄っぺらな人生にしてちょうだいね。
Bad enough that they killed her just to use her online identity and apartment as a base of operations, but to skin her face and use it as a disguise certainly makes you think about perhaps turning off the monitor and getting some sunshine.
その度にこの皮かぶるのか。面倒だな。
Number 8. Blood
Wow.
Sacrifice. The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Oh, but this motherfucker fucking deserved what he got. This motherfucker deserved it. This was a pretty
Who
gruesome
knew
death,
that watching
but
a Pope
definitely
get
well
torn and
deserved.
dragged into oblivion would be so cathartic. Cornered by the corrupt priest, Naofumi is forced to go all out in order to protect his party, as well as the useless Cardinal Hero.
I hope the next season's better than the last one.
What could be
First season
stronger
was
than a
amazing.
false
Second
divine
season
weapon?
had ups and
In
downs.
the case of Shield Bro, he digs deep and unleashes a spell of such intensity that it leaves him saturated in wounds. But the payoff proves to be worth it, since it summons a whole lot of teeth to chew the faith and flesh out of old Biscus T. Balmus. Number 7. Muzan's Purge. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba.
どうかお慈悲を。申し訳ありません。申し訳ありません。申し訳ありません。
Turns out that even cannibalistic monsters have it rough, especially when their upper management is this sadistic. Aggravated that the lower moons have failed to dispense any Hashira, Muzan decides to reprimand his forces by tearing them into pieces.
お前は私が言うことを否定するのか
No matter how much they
Yeah.
plead, beg, bargain, or run, their boss shows.
This listing has some good options, but I feel like the order needs to be changed up. This was pretty bad, but I don't know.
No mercy.
Compared to some of the other
chopping them down
ones.
With his pet, whatever it is, the thing has a thirst for demon blood. Unless you've got a sadomasochistic streak like Enmu, there's no escaping Muzan's personal brand of punishment.
お前は私に指図した死に値する
Number 6. Eaten by Titans. Attack on Titan.
Yeah, this is also a very harsh way to die, no matter what.
あの貴公衆何か妙だ
There's no shortage of Survey Corps members who have met their end courtesy of being digested by a Titan. But the most gruesome example of this by far is Mike, who made the fatal mistake of tangoing with the Beast Titan.
同じ言語のはずなんだが、怯えてそれどころじゃないのか。
Instead of simply crushing him then and there, Zeke decides it would be better to let a horde of titans feast on Mike like a breakfast buffet. Death by giant humanoid may be common in this series, but this is by far one of the most uncomfortable examples. Number 5.
Ooh, the way the
Eaten
scream
by
was.
Cats. The Ancient Magus Bride.
猫は
Eaten by
そ
cats.
の猫たちは
This might be an anime I've not seen.
猫には9つの命があるって言うけど、あれは本当なんだって。
Karma can be pretty bloody when it wants to be. Beyond desperate to find a cure for his dying beloved, Matthew accepts the assistance of the malicious Joseph, who instructs him to fashion a cure by killing dozens upon dozens of cats. As a result, Matthew becomes a kitty serial killer. Not only is this horrendous, but it proves utterly fruitless when said cure proves to be a dud.
だから。
Matthew doesn't have a lot of time to dwell on his grief, however, as the remaining cats band together and get their revenge one bite at a time.
安らかに死なせるわけにもいかない。こいつらに選ばれた王として。死んだ奴らのためにもだ。
Number 4, poisoned by frogs.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know if that should be that high, to be honest. Like, maybe in the episode when it happened, it's more gruesome, and we see more. But I don't know about that. We're in the top 5. I better see some gruesome ones. And there's still one in particular that I'm thinking of that I'm not going to discuss. But it's traumatic, the fact that I saw this in a top 10 a long time ago. It's definitely not safe for YouTube. But there's a certain death that if they don't bring to here, I'm going to say that this is missing out on a really, really disturbing and grotesque one.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean.
ここへの通行証は持っているのか?
How
Damn.
can a scene feel so fitting and yet so out of place at the same time? It can only be JoJo, with Jolene moments from death after one of Poochie's minions guns her down, where the report comes in clutch to save his new friend by creating a storm with the power of his stand. And not just any storm, one that rains poisonous frogs like it's going out of season. The henchman definitely gets the worst of it, since exposure to so much toxin causes him to swell, bloat, and ultimately expire. But that's what you get for shooting best girl.
Oh, God.
Number 3, Bondrewd's cartridges. Made in Abyss, Dawn of the Deep Soul.
A lot of people have said this is a pretty gruesome and disturbing anime, but it's actually really good. I have not watched it, and I may consider checking this out soon. Like, the story is apparently really good, but it's really fucked up at the same time.
The Sovereign of the Dawn has a nasty track record when it comes to the torture of young girls. He turned Meaty into a sentient blob of flesh, traumatized Nanachi by making her assist with his experiments, and his crowning achievement, killing his own daughter and turning her into a literal tool.
本当に素晴らしい冒険でしたね。プルシュか。
We're not sure what's more sickening, that he procedurally
fuck.
reduced her until she was nothing but liquid ooze inside of a cartridge, or that he felt that deconstructing Prushka was in itself an act of love.
痛い痛い痛い
Number 2, Acid Spray, Dead Man Wonderland.
Another Dead Man one? Okay, this one is pretty fucked, but for it to be in the top.
When you're trapped in a prison that looks like a theme park, everything's on the table as far as danger and death go. That apparently includes robots that spit acid. In a bid to escape Dead Man Wonderland, Ganta and the rest infiltrate deeper and deeper into the belly of the complex.
Our real goal is to expose this house of cards for the absurd, blood-besought aggregate of lies and cruelty it really is. To which end we need evidence.
which is made all the worse due to them being hunted by a tank that drowns its targets in acid that can instantly turn them to mulch. Well, we know where the prison's budget went. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to
Alright,
get
let's see what number
notified
one
about
is.
our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Drained of Juices. The Island of Giant Insects. Ugh, why do we have to keep revisiting this cesspool? Death by giant bugs is already all kinds of gross, but when it has...
I think I've heard of this stuff, but I've not watched the anime myself, but I think I know what they're about to show, because I think I've seen this in another top 10 a long time ago.
The pervy edge to it, that's when it becomes truly vile. Trapped on an island where giant-sized insects roam free, one unlucky student meets their maker when an enlarged butterfly latches on and drains her of all her fluids.
Oh god.
Even with terrible CGI, the visuals are enough to make you gag. Will someone please just nuke this island already? Did you enjoy this video?
I will say some of the deaths in order I don't agree with. Some of them they chose were not bad, but I think this could have been better. This could have been way better. I think there's some more gruesome deaths out there that they didn't involve that I've seen in other top 10s long ago. Like, when I say long ago, many years ago, and I was expecting maybe some newer anime. There are some new animes in here that I have not seen or do not know too much context on. But it's not terrible. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be, as in, like, disturbing and all stuff. Nothing to make me go, ah! Wah! But nothing like that. It is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know down below, do you guys think this is the most disturbing? And if there's a better list out there that I have not seen, please let me know down below. Maybe I'll check out another one of these in the future. You guys have been asking for some of this stuff, and I'll definitely have to check out more. And until next time, later!
This is the Prince of the motherfucking Saiyans, and I am ordering you to subscribe to Steven Z. Killer!